Everything so elevated. Everything so elevated. Everything so elevated. Everything so elevated.
What's up? Alex Davis here, and I'm here with Radio Rosco. That's R-O-S-C-O, no E if you didn't know. What's going on, bro?
I'm good. How you feeling, man?
Can't complain. Today we're here to interview you about as far as how technology can assist you in education, as well as your music. For those of you who don't know, Rosco is he's an emerging artist here on campus, representing Ohio, and he has a pretty extensive rap sheet, no pun intended. He's pretty popular as far as you. I mean, you got a lot of your notoriety from that the music video,
Yes.
The Stroh rap.
Correct.
Not to be precise or anything, but I'm pretty sure there's like just shy of 202,000 views on that.
Yeah, man.
So it's pretty substantial.
It got some weight on there. Matter of fact, it just passed 200,000 views like probably last month. So
wow.
And even getting exposure on ESPN was something huge too. So it ended up connecting me, in the long term. And so my real music that I am making, I got a fan base already.
Just based on that platform. And you spoke on the ESPN exposure right there. You actually got interviewed on ESPN through a BG game.
Yep.
How was that? How was that feeling for you?
That was a great feeling, man. I didn't even know that I was on real TV for real until I looked at my phone afterwards. But being up there and everything, it taught me a lot because that was an interview that we didn't rehearse anything. It was on the spot, so I could have easily just froze up on there and it would have been national TV. But I kept it going, and they taught me like you gotta always be prepared for any question that's going on.
Very true.
It taught me how to really just humble myself because a lot of people was watching that. So I mean, it's an opportunity that I'm happy about.
There you go. Well, salute to that, definitely. So we'll just kind of delve right into it. How long have you been an artist? Like, how long have you been actually making music?
My freshman year coming to BG, so probably 2010. It was just for fun and everything. I played sports, but I got serious with it when I came here because I found the passion for it and it got something fun, and I developed my craft over the years.
Right.
And now I feel like I'm at my point. I mean, you can never be at your highest peak, but now I feel like I'm at my point, where I can write some music and I develop the craft. I can stick to something to put out some quality music.
There you go. So you
probably
found
about 4 years.
Essentially, you found you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, definitely. And obviously, that Stroh Center rap, that opportunity obviously allows you to build off that right away.
Man, it gave me the confidence, the connections, and the fan base to just, what am I going to do next? And I just start putting up my own projects, and I already had people watching, so it just pretty much gave me an advantage over everybody. So that's a true blessing for me.
Exactly, definitely. And to build upon that, you've actually been here on BG's campus. You've been pretty involved with Dance Marathon as well, right?
Correct, yeah.
Over the past like 3 years or so.
Yep.
And how has that allowed you to build and as far as like just providing entertainment for them? Because if you see the crowd, obviously you do, but I mean when you watch the videos or you're just out there in general. I was there I think 2 years ago for one of your performances, and the crowd is actually out there for you. Like it's not like the crowd was just there already, but they came in for your performance.
Exactly. I mean, the Dance Marathon situation, that came about from I made a song my first before the Stroh Center, how I got noticed, called Brown and Orange. I did that just joking around and just having fun with it because the show School Spirit. And the Dance Marathon people contacted me, and it was so much fun and people really liked it that they invited me again. So I've pretty much been doing it every year. And speaking of the Dance Marathon, it's coming up next month in April. So
I
I'm doing
assume
it
you'll
again.
be performing there.
Yeah, so they said it should be the biggest crowd ever. So I'm probably going to try to get us the best performance I've had because this is my last time being able to perform at a Dance Marathon before I graduate. So
there you go.
Because this is my last spring semester, so I'm pumped up for it.
There you go. I definitely plan on attending. So that'll be good. And like you said, this is your last semester. You're currently in school here at BGSU.
Correct.
So you're juggling two pretty major things right there. But before we even jump into that, I just want to, how would you categorize your sound? What genre of music do you place yourself in? Just so the audience knows that doesn't already know.
I would say it's a genre I'm trying to start called Christian trap.
Oh, okay.
And what that is basically, I'm not a Christian rapper or nothing like that, but that's what I focus on. I'm gonna give you a trap beat where everybody can bounce their head to, and I'm gonna talk about some good things about it. I'm gonna talk about positivity. I'm gonna talk about the good things. I'm gonna talk about what Christ has done for me in my life and how He extended my lifestyle in a way that is a transition to grow His kingdom. That's what my music about. So I let people get them a beat and a song that you gotta love, and then actually when you sit down and listen to it, like wow, and then make you think.
There was actually a message there that's very conscious.
I would say Christian trap.
I've never heard that before, and I'm a fan right off the bat.
Thank you.
What are you currently studying in school? Like, what is your major degree area?
My major is telecommunications, and my minor is entrepreneurship. And with that, hopefully, I want to show similar to like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin. I want to have my own TV show or maybe a radio show. But anything could be entertainment and with entrepreneurship. Maybe open up a clothing store or something that got like a stage in there so people can watch somebody perform while they shop or everything. So I'm on that.
Definitely. So with your music and just other ventures in general, how do you kind of balance that, juggle that with school? So with your TCOM focus and I mean, because they obviously interrelate, but it's still two different areas. How do you juggle both of those?
Man, I mean, that's a tough thing to do. I'm learning that right now, to juggle everything, but I think it's about planning and proper, organizing. I really just sit down everything and write down what I have to do. Sometimes it's strictly about my schoolwork. Sometimes I may not get to write or get on the internet and promote my music like through my social media because I got to do my schoolwork, and it's kind of hard because it's a distraction.
Right.
I got to do my paper and try to get on there and promote, but it don't really work, so you got to do one first.
Focus one at one time so you're not thinking about the other while you're doing it.
So I just probably just do my work on the weekdays and then wait till like the weekends to really just indulge in like my media and stuff, or like on 2 days out the week I just focus on that. But I make sure I get like at least 3 or 4 days to my strictly my schoolwork.
Definitely.
So I don't fall back.
I feel that. So would you say that one has a priority over the other?
Oh yeah, I would definitely say one has a priority over the other. Right now, being a college student, I know that that's first. You know what I'm saying? Even though I got my love for music and my career and everything, you can never fall back unless you got that degree. Like, you can always fall back on that. The music gonna be here. But if you got that and you're doing your music, now you're just unstoppable. So, even just for my family's sake, we're coming from my neighborhood in Cleveland, Ohio, like, just to get that degree, it's gonna put me, it's a personal goal for me. But the music career and everything, once I graduate, I know that God gonna make everything fall into place if I work hard. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
God willing, there you go. I definitely like to hear that. So are there certain factors or platforms that assist you, like, in being more productive in both areas, you would say?
Yeah.
Now, can you elaborate on what those platforms would be?
Man, it's like,
whether it be anything like technology-based, social media, things of that nature.
Man, when it comes to my music and everything, my music wouldn't be out there if it wasn't for the social media.
Very
Man,
true.
like, people don't know I'm real social media savvy. Like, when it comes to like Facebook, or I got like a like page, I got a group page. I made everything that you could possibly do. Twitter, I'm constantly just promoting myself on there, constantly promoting my links to my sites, constantly promoting my music. I look at it like this. I like to have a video over a regular song, because if you say, for instance, I was to post on your Facebook a song that day, would you check it out? Or if I was to post a video, what would you check out first?
The video would be the first one I put.
Right.
The
So,
visual, yeah.
So people I like to make sure I got the videos and posting them links and everything, so people can see the visuals, so they can really hear the story out. But I feel like the platform, when it comes to music and media, that's the number one thing right now, especially with like YouTube and everything. Like, YouTube is so popular right now, people getting so discovered, even on phones, like Vine or Instagram or videos. People getting like movie deals off of this. It's about what you have to offer now. And the media, and the media gives you that. Like King Karan, he pretty much buzzing off of he just sat down and just started doing videos and got found by people.
Very true. And what you bring up as far as even like your instance, the Stroessner rap, like YouTube in general, that just opened you up to a whole nother void of people. So I definitely understand what you're saying in that area. Would you say that your area of education and the music that you make coincide in any way? Like, as far as interrelate?
That's a good question. I definitely do think that interrelate, because a lot of the songs I do come up with or writing everything, I'm learning all this from school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm using some stuff I learned from, I be in class and just hear something I never knew before, and then I incorporate it to my music or something.
Right.
Or just daily, being on college and daily things that you're seeing and everything. Like, college is an experience and everything. So to take all that and learn what you learned from college in general, then the education you getting, it's just giving you more of an advantage over other people, because you getting more knowledge. The more knowledge, I feel like, even like reading a book, the more knowledge or the more things you know, the more you can talk about in your music.
Right, and people don't understand. I think a lot of, and I sound like an old head saying this, but a lot of kids nowadays, video games or on the phone or whatnot. But really, when you actually read and absorb all that, like, you're getting so much more. Your perspective just broadens that much. So I like that you hit on that. Would you say that you can use your education to assist in your music, or vice versa?
Yeah. First of all, I'm a college student who got loans and everything. So first of all, like, my music, man, like, if I can, even get a little bit. I ain't saying I ain't gotta be all time greatest, but just comfortable to take care of my family and pay off my education with the music. I feel like you can use your music money or whatever you get and pay off your education. Or, like you say, you can have your education and use all the connections you met at school and everything, and that can build your fan base too. For the simple fact that all the people that you knew on top of getting education, you may have had class with somebody, or they may know somebody because of that.
Very true.
I feel like it's a lot of connections and everything. So education is key too, because you're learning everything new about the business, and that's what your focus is for. When you learning everything, like, that's why I took telecommunications and everything. When you learn about entertainment and everything, and that's what I'm going into, it all go hand in hand.
Definitely. I like that you hit on that. And actually, I wanted to elaborate on something else you said in the prior question. You said that you're very you said people don't realize I'm very social media savvy, and that actually brought me to think, because I follow you on Twitter, and it would be you were promoting a mixtape A1 since day one, and it would be certain structured tweets that I would see at certain times during the day, and they would be like they weren't just thrown together tweets, like they were actually very fashionably put together so that it's attractive to the eye and it makes sense. It's not like slang thrown in there. And then another way, still through the Twitter, I noticed is how you. A lot of times, I think it's like early in the day, the morning, you'll woke up blessed or something, woke up the same way. I forget. I don't know how exactly it's worded.
Woke up the same way.
Yeah, okay.
I tweet that every day.
Yeah, and it's that's definitely, obviously it caught my eye. So I'm assuming it's catching everybody else's eye at the same time. Like, okay, they might, they might start to incorporate that in their day.
Correct.
So I definitely applaud you with that. Now, speaking on those technologies, and I know you've listed a couple of them already, but what specific technology would you say assist you in learning?
Like learning, like what?
I guess in general, as far as like, I guess that was a broad question. As far as like anything school related, so maybe even like Blackboard, Canvas, email, things like that.
Man, things like that, like they're getting, even at BG, like they said with the Canvas and everything, they're switching everything around. So now it's to a point where they have to you're putting your grades on there. You have to submit something. Then you don't have to turn in your paper anymore by hand. You can submit it online. You can attach
the assignments.
it.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's even better now. I feel like everything the world is revolving now is about to be based on really technology and how that works and everything.
Right.
And even with music and everything, these sites is giving you, it's the platform. Like back in the day, they had to really get out and pass it out,
right,
or really know somebody,
like
pass it.
Typewriter, like.
But now we got the work. It's so easy for us and wide open, but you got to put in the work and you got to keep promoting. Like some people will promote and nobody listening to it, but you never know, that one tweet that you put on, even nobody don't like it, they see it.
Right.
I try to tell people that, like, you never know. It's just about doing it.
Right. Exactly. I like that. It's actually waking up and doing it. I guess delving back into the school area, would you say that you're a frequent user of email as far as communicating with teachers and other students outside of class?
Oh, well, that's a good question. Emails is key.
Okay.
Like that's like having a teacher's cell phone number. Like they're gonna check their emails just like people check their emails just like they check their phones.
Especially professors.
Yeah, especially professors. And I feel like I like to talk to my professors one-on-one, but
right,
they know that I'll send them an email too. So
right,
I feel like if you can't talk to that teacher one-on-one, or if you may have some more questions about that, emails is clutch. So I check my email every morning. I check it daily, just like I'm checking a text message. So emails are important.
Definitely. So would you have you ever, assuming you worked on group projects throughout class, how did you communicate with other students outside of class?
Either text message or using our phone or
okay,
Twitter or Facebook. Like we all connect through the same way. Sometimes they may send out a Facebook group message or a phone group message, or we may tweet each other or something
right,
like that. The media is so crazy now, you can get in contact with whoever just off of just a send out.
Right, there you go. I definitely agree. Have you ever used platforms like Google Hangout or Skype, Uvu, like those things in order to work on group projects?
Wow, see, that's a good question. I haven't done it before, but
right,
I know like a lot of people in my class that talk about it. Like one time we had a class project and it wasn't my group, but I seen the other group. The girl didn't come to class, so her friend Skyped her and she was still in the classroom.
Okay,
like
gotcha,
on the computer. So the fact that she was doing that, I was like, wow, I never thought about doing that, but yeah, that's a big thing. Like that's probably gonna be the next thing. You can teachers just like online classes or something, but like teacher, you don't have to come to class because you can just Skype and get what's going on. Somebody do it for you. So.
Right, definitely. It's right there, and you can be two totally different locations. It's pretty nuts technology today. Would you say that what would you say major platforms of technology are that do assist you with learning and or not what they are, but the benefits of them that assist you in learning / education? It's a tough one.
Yeah. I don't really know. I just feel like the platforms just play a major role in education period because you're always learning something every day. No matter what it is, you may learn something. You may see something on the internet or on a social media site that you didn't know in today's day. You may take it to class and get a broader answer for it or something like that. Like who knows? But I feel like they both go hand in hand because education is in media. That's what it's revolving around now. The media. Without the media, you really can't get to understand the education. And without the education, like you have to go to Google to get the research. Or most of these teachers get their notes from the internet.
Google is the first thing I type in a lot of times to actually find out where I want to go. Like it's the first place I go.
Yeah.
It really is. It's become a pretty major player in our world today. Right, very true. You spoke on media. How big of a role does social media play in your life in regards to not only school but also your music-related activities?
Man, social media is everything. Like That's just, I think that's everybody do nowadays, but I know it's me
Stuck to their
especially,
phones.
man, stuck to their phones, anything. But I take advantage of it, and like I said, I use mine strictly for promotion.
Right.
Like sometimes I do my little things here and there. I may want to put something up, but it's about the promotion. You got to build that
Right.
base on your social media first, and then, especially being an artist, you got to build that fan base first, and then start feeding them that. But I feel like with education, social media, and everything, it kind of is a distraction. I ain't gonna lie, like when it
Right.
comes to education, because it can distract you.
Very
but
true.
If you don't let it distract you, if you know your limits, then you should be fine. But when it comes to music and social media, that's how I get my music out. That's how I get people out that's not even in my area, neighborhood. That's how you get to expand your fan base to all over the
Over
place.
the world. It's
Man,
global.
yeah, I looked at my YouTube. I had people like from Syria and Australia, and just the demographics that's just watching.
People
It's
you
like,
would
man,
think you would never meet in your life if you didn't have this. Like,
yeah.
so if you could go down a list, just name all the social media platforms that you use.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
That's only 4 right there. And I know you got more on your phone that you be using.
Man.
Are you a Vine user?
Vine.
Vine.
No, Vine. What else that we got, man? I use a lot.
But either way, that's 5 right
At
there.
least 5 or more.
Right.
5 or more.
Now that obviously signifies that it plays a pretty big role in your part.
Yeah.
If you had to take a guess, how many times a day do you open these apps on your phone? And that's a pretty. I know that's a pretty tough question at all. I was trying to gauge it myself, but it's
Man, because I know I wake up, I check my media, I check my Instagram and everything. I do a couple tweets, I got the classes. I get back on there a little bit, so then after when I'm eating, before I go to sleep, so I probably say I spend about 9 to 10 hours a day on media. social
right.
media.
And it's not even like because you can be on social media and do other stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you might not be able to type. I know I can't type a paper and have social media by me,
Oh, no.
or I might just do it in increments.
Yeah.
But I mean, but social media is definitely there all day, like you said.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say some things, or even if there are some things, are there things that bother you about social media, i.e. like privacy, or just like plain ignorance, some things that just irritate you in general?
Yes, dude. If someone is on, or these little games that they do, like on Instagram or something
Right.
like that, they come up with that, or like for like, or shout out for shout out. I mean, that's cool, get your base, but like, man,
Right.
come on, man.
But how much of a you know, like a substantial following is that really?
Yeah, or something like that. But I feel like, man, or like if somebody just tweeting something that just off the berserk, or people just tweeting the same thing, I'm bored with like social media now, or somebody
Right.
you constantly on it all the time, and not like I constantly was before.
Right.
I'm just bored with it. That's why I do my little tweets here and there. Or I get on and check things. I use it as
You
a
do the
platform.
essentials.
Yeah, to look. I want to see what's going on. I think media keeps people in the loop, especially wherever you at, to see what's going on or what's happening. But it's
Very
like checking
true.
the paper. But other than that, I just feel like, man, people just gotta start trying to be more positive on their thing, man.
Very true.
And not always trying to stunt. It is about stunting at a certain point, but first show people where you got to your position first,
Right.
and how you can get there, instead of trying to stunt on everybody and not showing no love.
Exactly. So like you said, maintain that positivity, and then a lot of people don't do that nowadays. What are some common themes you would say you see in social media?
Man, the phases, the trend things that everybody gotta do.
Right.
Like I was saying, the like for like, the shout out, the throwback Thursdays I do partake in. And sometimes a lot of these things go on because people want something new to do on there.
True.
You look at the pictures all day, but like, I want something different to do. Let's do a game like this, or comment for a post or something like that. That type of stuff. I'd be like, all right, man, I don't even want to be out here no more. But I mean,
Right. I'm tired of this.
yeah, it get old, but I mean, it get repetitive. But like I said, it's just to stay in the loop for real. Like, media is just for everybody to stay in the loop and still like feel connected with somebody, because you can already be graduated or long gone, but look back at somebody that you following that's still in the thing, you can see what's going on just off a Twitter or a group message or whatever.
Right. I would definitely agree. Would you say that it's hard to maintain a certain image here on campus while being a student, in regards to your music as being an artist?
Oh yeah, it definitely has its challenges, because you gotta still maintain, even like when it comes to my videos. I can't be out here doing the most craziest stuff like
Right.
drinking, doing all that, because I still am a student.
Okay.
And people can look at that. Like, people always looking at your video, especially even after I did that video, I got professors looking at my stuff.
Very true.
I got young kids, I got everything. So now that me knowing
You
that and
essentially
being
became
smart,
a role model.
yeah. So it's like now my whole mindset changed. It's not just about that. You gotta really know how you putting stuff out and who really watching it. You know what I'm saying? Even back kids at home that I'm role models to and everything. I try to be smart, and if I say I can incorporate this in my video or do that to make people know, just like I did with that mission. I was in the library and everything, and showing people like a different lifestyle. I'm gonna do that, but I feel like you gotta be smart about every situation you make with it, especially being a student, because they may hold that accountable against you, or your professor may come across it or something, or an employer.
Yeah, you never know. They could get down the line years later. If that's online, they could still find it.
Yeah,
it's not hard at all. And they search for that stuff nowadays.
Yep.
Still pertaining to the same idea, because you actually work here in the union.
I do.
And I know a lot of other like local underground artists that wouldn't dare do that because per se it would hurt their image. And necessarily their image isn't really there yet, anyways.
Yeah.
But so I definitely that's definitely something that I respect of you, as far as you were. I mean, obviously you're in such a public place on campus that everyone comes through. As far as students every day.
Yeah.
And you're not ashamed of that, to show them that you work. You're a student, and those two things play a major role in your life, just as your music does.
Yep.
So that's definitely commendable. I have a question for you. Can you connect education and music using just one word?
See, I like these questions. Man. These are good questions. These were thought I connect education and music.
And you can take a moment to ponder, because
let me get some.
I never
actually
thought of it. Grab one. Feel free. You can grab two. Many. I would do that, but I'm a messy guy.
I would say to connect music and education. It's a good one. I'm trying to, cause I want to get a good word for
music. See, I haven't actually thought of an answer to this myself.
Music and education. I would say connections.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's a good one to play off of that.
You get a lot of connections off of education. You can get a lot of connections off of doing music.
I like that.
I feel like you can reach different people.
That's very true. That's probably to connect those two words. That's probably one of the best words that I wouldn't have thought of. It wouldn't have came to mind, actually, but I like that a lot. There you go. That's a good way to describe it. Now, you recently you dropped a mixtape A1 since day one, correct?
Yeah.
With Bird the Voice,
yep.
Right? Are you currently working on anything coming up? Anything in the works right now?
Yeah, the A1 Since Day One project that I put out with Bird the Voice is basically something that me and him wanted to do from the beginning, to let people know that we've been A1 since day one, because I've been rocking with him since freshman year. We pretty much came the same spiritual journey and path together, even doing music and everything, got this far. So
there you go.
I feel like now that I got that out and people know what we about,
right?
That was just a platform to let people know, like, okay, they ain't rapping. This is they taking another route. This is what they rapping about right now. So I like this. They trying something different. And now I have a solo project coming out myself. I haven't got a title for it yet, but I'm in the works. I got like all the songs pretty much almost done.
Okay.
But I learned from the A1 Since Day One project. So now I'm gonna come correct with my next project. I'm gonna have a proper artwork done for it. I'm gonna have a proper promotion done for it. I'm gonna get the proper CDs made. It's everything a learning experience.
Right.
So now that I know
Very
that,
true.
I'm gonna take advantage of everything. You know, I graduate next semester, so I'm probably gonna try to continue to put out a lot of videos over the summer. You know, intern, be smart about it, and then come back the next semester and put a tape out and really just flood with shows.
Right.
So, but right now I got like 2 videos coming out in April that you can be looking for. It's 2 songs off the tape, off the A1 Since Day One tape, called Thank God and called Soulful. You know what I'm saying? So those will be coming pretty much soon. And other than that, you look out for those, and I'll be trying to drop a lot of new stuff, you know, on my Instagram and on my Twitter or whatever, like Rosco No E everything. So just check it out and
social